Culture Uncovered, and I am here with Alley, and we are here to talk about the recent news that just came out that Ruby Rose is leaving Batwoman. I think less than 24 hours after the season finale. So we are trying to figure out where the show goes from here and the effect this will have on the Arrowverse. So first, I'm just going to throw it to you, Alley. How do you feel as a fan of the show? How do you feel about this?
So I'm honestly saddened by this. I really enjoyed this first season with her. I think she did that role perfectly. I loved seeing her in the bat suit and then not in the bat suit, being this wonderful character that she really brought to life. And it's sad. It's sad to see her go. And I mean, it's understandable. Just reading some articles that, okay, it wasn't a perfect fit. It wasn't a great relationship. It wasn't fun. And so, yeah, sometimes those things you gotta break up. But it's disappointing because in this Arrowverse that we are in, there's not that many shows left. I mean, thank goodness Arrow is actually gone now. But I mean, we have Black Lightning left, thank goodness. Legends, which I still quite enjoy watching that. But even Supergirl, like, I mean, it has its moments. It's a little campy, which is fine. I get it. It's kind of that Lewis and Clark kind of feel, and that's great. But it's like I'm at this point, I'm even waiting for Flash to go bye-bye. So it's disappointing because it's like I had this great season. It was fresh, brand new, and I mean, with the Arrowverse, come on, give me a couple more years before you destroy it.
Well, I mean, honestly, that is, and this is saying this in all honesty, that is a ongoing issue with the Arrowverse, is that you tend to get 2, maybe 3 very good seasons, and then they fall off, and they fall off hard. And that is a hallmark of Greg Berlanti, because that was the same thing that happened with Everwood back in the day with very young Chris Pratt and Emily Van Camp on it. And that show was brilliant the first 2 years. And then the drop off was so significant that it was like, who did they switch writers completely? And the Arrowverse has marked the exact same thing. The first 2 years of almost every show have been phenomenal. But that third year and going into that fourth year have been rough. And by the time you get to season 5, it's over. So there is something to be said about maybe we get one perfect season, but if I didn't already know that they had already renewed the show for season 2. Yeah. This could have been a Watchmen situation where we got one perfect season and it's like, maybe we don't need to do anything else, but we already know that they've gotten renewed for season 2. So getting into that, and for different reasons, this show was a historic show for different reasons than Watchmen was, but still significant. We lost our first openly gay superhero on television ever. They're going to renew the show, but one of the reasons the show was so significant was that both the character and the actress were both out and proud of it. So to lose that, even if do you think we're going to lose that because they've said that they're going to cast another member of the LGBTQA community as Kate. There's people who have already started going, well, Stephanie Beatrice is a thing that exists, and we would love to have her. For those of you who don't know, she plays Rosa Diaz on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She's amazing, and I would not be mad about that at all. But we need to talk about the significance because they can't kill her off. So what do you think? I mean, how important was it for you to see this character on screen?
I mean, she's the show.
Yeah.
She's the show. And it's going to be, I mean, just as it was hard to appease the fans with casting her, it's going to be even harder now. And I mean, now, especially because on top of it, we're in quarantine. So it's going to be hard to, I mean, there's going to be a lot of video submissions, I guess, for casting. It's going to be hard to choose to fill. I know that because just watching it the first season, I see her as Batwoman. Like, that's her. I'm sure there's plenty of other great options out there. I'm interested to see what they come up with. It's going to be very hard, though. And with season 2 on the horizon, who knows when that's even going to be? It could be another 2 years. Yeah,
it could easily be another 2 years. And maybe in another 2 years, because who knows when they'll be able to go back into production. I mean, I know for me as a performing artist, I know that there's likely I won't be able to go back to work until September. So who knows how long it's going to be before they go into production. And now they have this on top of that, having to do a massive recast of a very significant character on top of the difficulties of starting a production pretty much from scratch all over again, because we've been in quarantine for what feels like years. So there's that. Do you think that, and I don't say this lightly, but if this isn't handled correctly, do you think this might be the beginning of the end of the Arrowverse?
There's going to be an end to the Arrowverse regardless. If they don't start changing some things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that, I mean, Flash is tired. It's been tired.
Yeah.
Supergirl has a very certain type of audience that's sticking with it. Again, it kind of reminds me of Lewis and Clark, which reminds me of watching that with my mom. So I still watch it for fun, I guess, sometimes. Otherwise, background noise. It's going to start dropping people. And if during this quarantine, there's going to be a break in between stuff, people are going to be more interested in other shows that can actually hold a storyline and hold people's interests a little bit more. They could certainly go off comics. It's not like there aren't stories out there that they can use. So the fact, who knows? This could be the second season for them. Their second season could be the last. I can't see Flash going on much longer. I hope Legends does. I hope Black Lightning does, because those are honestly two of the most entertaining shows that we have out there right now. Legends I love because of the time travel and everything like that, and the wonderful characters that they've come across and that are actually cast for the show currently. They seem to be keeping it fresh for the most part, but they have infinite amount of stories they can go off of. I don't know. It's got to end eventually, and when it does, I hope they have a little bit more substance in it.
Well, it's interesting you should bring that up, because Black Lightning also has one of the not one of the first, but one of the more significant lesbian main characters on it in Thunder.
Yeah.
And so we don't lose that representation, but there was something to be said. She's not the headliner of the show.
Exactly.
So there is a difference. There is a difference. And that's not discounting how important she is, but she's not the headliner. There is something to be said, because I think one of the reasons that Legends and Black Lightning have worked so well is that they're not tied into the Arrowverse as strictly. And that has been what's saved them from the repetitiveness. And also, specifically Black Lightning, they have not done what the Arrowverse has done repeatedly, which has been infuriating to comic book readers such as myself and people who grew up with the DC universe, which is, we're just going to throw out the stuff that we don't like from the comics. Then why did you option a comic book property? Why would you option it to just throw it away, the stuff that you don't like because of your own personal whatever? Black Lightning has not done that. Black Lightning has been very much, they have updated since Black Lightning came out in the 70s. They've taken it and they've updated to now. Because they haven't had to do much because a lot of stuff hasn't changed. A lot of things haven't changed, and that's a whole other conversation. But they've updated it. Legends has taken stories from the multiverse, which is canon of DC Comics, and has used those stories to tell a story about these characters. And one of the things that both shows have done so well is they are character driven, not plot driven. And that's what I have heard a lot about Batwoman, is that it's character driven. The plot serves the characters, not the characters acting wildly out of character to serve the plot. And so that is another reason why it was a show that so many people gravitated to in a way that they didn't, that they fell off with Arrow and Flash, because those shows have gotten away from being character driven shows. So, I don't know. I think that this is a very tricky time for the Arrowverse. I think that if done right, they could go on for another 10, 20 years. But it has to be, because there's Birds of Prey is coming.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark is coming. There's another show on the horizon. I've heard something about that's coming. 9 out of 10, Thunder and Lightning are going to get their spinoff. These shows are coming, but how well will they be received? I think this situation and how the CW handles it, and how Berlanti and the whole group behind the Arrowverse handles it, will be a tipping point either to greatness or the beginning of the end. What about you?
So, I mean, with all the other spin-off shows, I don't know about a lot of the other viewers, but the reasons why I keep up with the shows, no matter how tedious they can be, I live for when they do crossovers. So if they are to continue, I feel like, because that is when they have the most viewers, is when they have the crossover, they need to continue that going forward. And I mean, if they don't, that could be the nail in the coffin, honestly. That's been such a big part of their chemistry. I will try to watch anything once. You know me, I stick it out to the end if I like it in the beginning, unfortunately.
And sometimes you're rewarded. The Walking Dead took a turn in the last 2 years that no one saw coming and got much better. Sure. So sometimes you are rewarded for your faithfulness.
Yes, this is true. It's not always that way. So, I mean, just like with this show, I'm going to stick it out. I'll try the other DC shows. I'm sure the spin-off of Black Lightning is going to be great as long as they continue with their formula that they have set in place now. Same ratings, and I would hate for any of them to be recasted.
No.
It's hard to get through recasts.
Yeah. Well, on that note, here's hoping that the Arrowverse can get back to what it was and what brought us the excitement when it first, the genuine excitement we had for it, because I was here 100% from jump, and then I wasn't. And that Batwoman will be able to recover, and in the minute in between time, we will be faithfully watching, sometimes with joy in our hearts and sometimes not so much.
multitasking sometimes. Yeah.
Yes. And on that note, this is Belle.
This is Allie.
And you can find us at popculture.uncovered.com. PC Uncovered on Twitter and Instagram. Pop Culture Uncovered on Facebook, Tumblr, and Patreon, where you can support us as we continue to try to put out good content, even in the midst of a global pandemic. And Allie, where else can you find us?
On the virtual reality side.
So thank you for tuning in. We love you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Peace.